He has a great sense of humor. He has a great sense of humor. I have to go to the doctor. I have to go to the doctor. Couldn't it then broadcast 4 a.m.? Couldn't it then broadcast 4 a.m.? He's going to the movies tonight. He's going to the movies tonight. Who is helping us? Who is helping us? The team will improve their football skills. The team will improve their football skills. Spending time with friends is fun. Spending time with friends is fun. I am a student and want to improve my grades. I am a student and want to improve my grades. No base? No base? The email has been forwarded to all employees. The email has been forwarded to all employees. After the rain stopped, they went for a walk. After the rain stopped, they went for a walk. She was painting for her art class. She was painting for her art class. Sounds very exciting. Sounds very exciting. I am going to bed. I am going to bed. Can I have your attention for a minute? Can I have your attention for a minute? He usually reads the newspaper in the morning. He usually reads the newspaper in the morning. You must attend all classes to pass the class, said the professor. You must attend all classes to pass the class, said the professor. I want to walk in the park. I want to walk in the park. Shouldn't I wake up at sunset? Shouldn't I wake up at sunset? Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Haven't you done your internship now? Haven't you done your internship now? Conflict. Conflict. I have been working in the software industry for 20 years. I have been working in the software industry for 20 years. Mother-in-laws are funny. Mother-in-laws are funny. The baby is laughing. The baby is laughing. We undertake. We undertake. I'll be watching TV at 9 p.m. I'll be watching TV at 9 p.m. We may not be able to talk later. We may not be able to talk later. I will go to the party tomorrow. I will go to the party tomorrow. Didn't you wake up at 2 a.m. before? Didn't you wake up at 2 a.m. before? Should not say at noon. Should not say at noon. Why did they choose this color? Because it matches the theme. Why did they choose this color? Because it matches the theme. Should save at sunrise. Should save at sunrise. We must miss. We must miss. I can't come to the party. I have other plans. I can't come to the party. I have other plans. They love to travel and explore new places. They love to travel and explore new places. I may not run after 3 p.m. I may not run after 3 p.m. I can't get on the roller coaster. I get motion sickness. I can't get on the roller coaster. I get motion sickness. Students are studying for the exam. Students are studying for the exam. They always come late to the party. They always come late to the party. Construction workers will build a new bridge. Construction workers will build a new bridge. I was surprised to get a promotion at work. I was surprised to get a promotion at work. Shouldn't it have been hurt before? Shouldn't it have been hurt before? They will be renovating their kitchen next month. They will be renovating their kitchen next month. Can you sign something for me? Can you sign something for me? Pull back. Pull back. In 10 years I will be living in Australia. In 10 years I will be living in Australia. We have to design it after 5 days. We have to design it after 5 days. When I woke up, he had already gone to work. When I woke up, he had already gone to work. Can we work then? Can we work then? I had been waiting for an hour when the train finally arrived. I had been waiting for an hour when the train finally arrived. Sometimes we shouldn't be orthopedists. Sometimes we shouldn't be orthopedists. Then you can believe. Then you can believe. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. Beneath the layers of dirt is a treasure. Beneath the layers of dirt is a treasure. Can he do groceries later? Can he do groceries later? I have a choice. I have a choice. I won't believe until I see it. I won't believe until I see it. I need some time to think about this decision. I need some time to think about this decision. I'm going to the library today. I'm going to the library today. Will there ever be a curator? Will there ever be a curator? Can you swim? Can you swim? Are you ready to start the game? Are you ready to start the game? I will have breakfast at 9 a.m. I will have breakfast at 9 a.m. Doesn't he become a vocalist after 2 weeks? Doesn't he become a vocalist after 2 weeks? I was studying English last night. I was studying English last night. Could you pass me a pen, please? Could you pass me a pen, please? I found a pearl in an oyster. I found a pearl in an oyster. Your uncle was a courier. Your uncle was a courier. I can kiss. I can kiss. Wouldn't I be a weatherman every year? Wouldn't I be a weatherman every year? Will you ride a rabbit? Will you ride a rabbit? They play football on Sundays. They play football on Sundays. I love chocolate. I love chocolate. You should apologize for your rude comment. You should apologize for your rude comment. Should surround it every day. Should surround it every day. The plan is to launch the new product next month. The plan is to launch the new product next month. When are you going? When are you going? Pan. Her apartment is nicer than hers. Her apartment is nicer than hers. Nowadays. Where do they live? Where do they live? Not signing weekly? Not signing weekly? The baby cries for attention. The baby cries for attention. Can I have your email address, please? Can I have your email address, please? As we talked, the report concludes that social media can be a valuable resource for children and adolescents when used wisely and carefully. The report concludes that social media can be a valuable resource for children and adolescents when used wisely and carefully. They usually go out for dinner on Fridays. They usually go out for dinner on Fridays. You have no idea. You have no idea. Maybe some cereal instead. Maybe some cereal instead. I do not know what to do. I do not know what to do. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with that? Despite the obstacles, they never gave up on their goals. Despite the obstacles, they never gave up on their goals. They just finished their exams. They just finished their exams. This was a great idea. This was a great idea. We may have to postpone the trip. We may have to postpone the trip. I hope you get well soon. I hope you get well soon. I guess I didn't have time for you because I was busy last week. I guess I didn't have time for you because I was busy last week. For maintenance. For maintenance. Will not benefit at dawn. Will not benefit at dawn. The past tense form also hurts. The past tense form also hurts. The dog's tail wags. The dog's tail wags. Decision result. Decision result. To them. To them. Developer every month, right? Developer every month, right? Social. Social. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? She baked cookies for her friends. She baked cookies for her friends. He may come. He may come. Do you have any friends in this city? Do you have any friends in this city? Won't it be noon? Won't it be noon? She is taller than her sister. She is taller than her sister. Does not live at noon. Does not live at noon. He's cooking dinner for his family. He's cooking dinner for his family. I wish I could turn back time and change my mind. I wish I could turn back time and change my mind. Is this true? Is this true? Our son was a sociologist. Our son was a sociologist. Design. Design. Does he create? Does he create? Humble. Humble. Can't you take advantage of it often? Can't you take advantage of it often? Couldn't it be one midwife later in the morning? Couldn't it be one midwife later in the morning? The situation is beyond belief. The situation is beyond belief. I did not mean that. I did not mean that. Does not provide annual reports. Does not provide annual reports. She is shopping for new clothes. She is shopping for new clothes. Why don't we visit the zoo this weekend? Why don't we visit the zoo this weekend? Whose book is this? Whose book is this? I don't think material possessions are the most important thing in life. I don't think material possessions are the most important thing in life. Did they bank at noon? Did they bank at noon? The bells at the door jingled, announcing the arrival of the delivery man. The bells at the door jingled, announcing the arrival of the delivery man. They dance at the party. They dance at the party. How lively! How lively! Can you repeat the last sentence, please? Can you repeat the last sentence, please? Your brother was a jeweler. Your brother was a jeweler. Were their stepmothers garbage collectors? Were their stepmothers garbage collectors? If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. We shouldn't be challenged at sunrise. We shouldn't be challenged at sunrise. He waited for his girlfriend at the airport. He waited for his girlfriend at the airport. We can be agents 4 nights ago. We can be agents 4 nights ago. His half-brothers are hunters. His half-brothers are hunters. How much? How much? He was never a photographer. He was never a photographer. Can't they teach now? Can't they teach now? My father is older than your father. My father is older than your father. Sorry for the complete absence of flavor. Sorry for the complete absence of flavor. A product is something made by a process. A product is something made by a process. Have we taught in 5 seconds before? Have we taught in 5 seconds before? We will visit our grandparents at the weekend. We will visit our grandparents at the weekend. Should we clean up last year? Should we clean up last year? The paintings of the legendary artist have been sold for millions. The paintings of the legendary artist have been sold for millions. I may not run after 3 p.m. I may not run after 3 p.m. Can you recommend good books to read? Can you recommend good books to read? If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. We should be hopeful for next year. We should be hopeful for next year. Did you eat or drink before arriving at the airport? Did you eat or drink before arriving at the airport? I have many friends in this city. I have many friends in this city. He could not guess. He could not guess. Doesn't it hold? Doesn't it hold? I worked here for 5 years. I worked here for 5 years. Our children are environmentalists. Our children are environmentalists. Is your uncle a factory worker? Is your uncle a factory worker? Weren't they? Weren't they? She needs to apologize to her friend for hurting her feelings. She needs to apologize to her friend for hurting her feelings. Sorry, I can't smile. Sorry, I can't smile. I hate the color black. I hate the color black. Is his half-brother an economist? Is his half-brother an economist? I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich. Can we visit? Can we visit? Please pay attention to the instructions. Please pay attention to the instructions. He is the funniest person I know. He is the funniest person I know. Wouldn't he be an industrialist after 4 years? Wouldn't he be an industrialist after 4 years? They laughed at themselves in the video. They laughed at themselves in the video. Can you buy some milk from the grocery store? Can you buy some milk from the grocery store? I shouldn't have brought a baby like that into your life. I shouldn't have brought a baby like that into your life. Could you pass me the salt, please? Could you pass me the salt, please? It should improve after 2 weeks. It should improve after 2 weeks. You should be more patient with others. You should be more patient with others. He started jogging every morning to improve his health. He started jogging every morning to improve his health. How's it going? How's it going? Maybe you should go home and clean up. Maybe you should go home and clean up. I can't guarantee next year. I can't guarantee next year. Weren't you kidding then? Weren't you kidding then? I do not want to go. I do not want to go. Using a computer is easy. Using a computer is easy. I like to read before bed. I like to read before bed. He usually takes a shower before going to bed. He usually takes a shower before going to bed. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They said they want to go on vacation. They said they want to go on vacation. Should he harvest at dawn? Should he harvest at dawn? I got up at 7 in the morning, had dinner and took the bus to school. I got up at 7 in the morning, had dinner and took the bus to school. You must be kind to others. You must be kind to others. Is your father a physiologist? Is your father a physiologist? We know. We know. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. We only have 1 bedroom in our house. We only have 1 bedroom in our house. The legendary football player retired at the peak of his career. The legendary football player retired at the peak of his career. Sometimes you are a contractor. Sometimes you are a contractor. What is your favorite recipe? What is your favorite recipe? We go swimming in the summer. We go swimming in the summer. I don't notice anything special about the thing in question. I don't notice anything special about the thing in question. To shout. To shout. What are you selling today? What are you selling today? Was his stepson a waiter? Was his stepson a waiter? After 5 nights I wasn't cold. After 5 nights I wasn't cold. The teacher had the students write an essay as homework. The teacher had the students write an essay as homework. It's not an investment every year. It's not an investment every year. His half-sister is the referee. His half-sister is the referee. Should not continue. Should not continue. When are you going to school? When are you going to school? We could have invaded 2 weeks ago. We could have invaded 2 weeks ago. He'll finish his workout and take a shower after that. He'll finish his workout and take a shower after that. For the most part, everyone agreed with the plan. For the most part, everyone agreed with the plan. They went to Italy last summer. They went to Italy last summer. I'm in the room with the books. I'm in the room with the books. You accepted. You accepted. You were rude. You were rude. The children play outside all day. The children play outside all day. I hope the ball goes in. I hope the ball goes in. He works as a doctor. He works as a doctor. Will you join the party? Will you join the party? They want to learn to code. They want to learn to code. We reply soon. We reply soon. If it snows tomorrow, we can go skiing. If it snows tomorrow, we can go skiing. He is a successful businessman. He is a successful businessman. I don't notice anything special about the event. I don't notice anything special about the event. Would he hunt at sunrise? Would he hunt at sunrise? What's the result? What's the result? The design of the new website was professional and user-friendly. The design of the new website was professional and user-friendly. The train leaves at 7. The train leaves at 7. Is her grandmother an acrobat? Is her grandmother an acrobat? Before we make a final decision, let's gather some more input. Before we make a final decision, let's gather some more input. He wishes he hadn't quit his job before another job got in line. He wishes he hadn't quit his job before another job got in line. Should he reply once a month? Should he reply once a month? Did you see what was done? Did you see what was done? Can they worry right away? Can they worry right away? He does not agree with the decision. He does not agree with the decision. Shouldn't they answer? Shouldn't they answer? The movie tells a true story. The movie tells a true story. Let's discuss the results of our survey. Let's discuss the results of our survey. It was raining when I went out. It was raining when I went out. Despite his busy schedule, he always makes time for his family. Despite his busy schedule, he always makes time for his family. He doesn't drink coffee. He doesn't drink coffee. Monthly did not fix it. Monthly did not fix it. You did not act as a watchman 1 day ago. You did not act as a watchman 1 day ago. Opinion. Opinion. By the time I got to the office, he was already gone. By the time I got to the office, he was already gone. If I see a good book, I buy it. If I see a good book, I buy it. They like to swim in the pool. They like to swim in the pool. This has been working since 4 days. This has been working since 4 days. It will take 2 weeks. It will take 2 weeks. You can talk weekly. You can talk weekly. By the time he gets to the party, he'll be gone. By the time he gets to the party, he'll be gone. Should not be connected. Should not be connected. This is the best method I've found to keep plants healthy. This is the best method I've found to keep plants healthy. To continue. Call the police. I have nothing to lose. To continue. Call the police. I have nothing to lose. Then we are technicians. Then we are technicians. Do we need to do anything about my web address? Do we need to do anything about my web address? The computer repaired by the technician is now working fine. The computer repaired by the technician is now working fine. As a team, we focused on testing the feature in production rather than fixing staging. As a team, we focused on testing the feature in production rather than fixing staging. It's on the computer. It's on the computer. I need to take a bath. I need to take a bath. How was the weekend? How was the weekend? You should check the health of your family. You should check the health of your family. The bus was so full that I had to stand. The bus was so full that I had to stand. I'm waiting weekly. I'm waiting weekly. He looks tired. He looks tired. He has to dance at 3 a.m. He has to dance at 3 a.m. Do you have $22? Do you have $22? May not deny it every week. May not deny it every week. He was shopping at the mall when he saw a famous celebrity. He was shopping at the mall when he saw a famous celebrity. She rarely puts on makeup. She rarely puts on makeup. I do not have time. I do not have time. My aim is to go to school. My aim is to go to school. We don't do tailoring. We don't do tailoring. Aren't they 2 weeks from the advertiser? Aren't they 2 weeks from the advertiser? Please let's check. Please let's check. You wanna drink something? You wanna drink something? Was her brother a florist? Was her brother a florist? As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Let me know if you want to watch a movie. Let me know if you want to watch a movie. We will have a meeting tomorrow at 1400. We will have a meeting tomorrow at 1400. Can they go then? Can they go then? Are his nephews financiers? Are his nephews financiers? Was your husband a lawyer? Was your husband a lawyer? You should apologize for your rude comment. You should apologize for your rude comment. Uncertainty. Uncertainty. Resignation. Resignation. You work daily. You work daily. If you don't hurry, we'll miss the bus. If you don't hurry, we'll miss the bus. What a strong team. What a strong team. He is learning to play the guitar. He is learning to play the guitar. He was able to memorize the lyrics. He was able to memorize the lyrics. I will work today. I will work today. We have lunch around 12 o'clock. We have lunch around 12 o'clock. They will play tennis at 4. They will play tennis at 4. The stars are shining brightly in the sky. The stars are shining brightly in the sky. Don't we estimate yearly? Don't we estimate yearly? Children are playing in the park. Children are playing in the park. Should appear. Should appear. Chatty. Chatty. Smooth. Smooth. What time do you usually get up? What time do you usually get up? If I was a superhero, I would fight for justice. If I was a superhero, I would fight for justice. The big dog is scarier than the small one. The big dog is scarier than the small one. You can reach out. You can reach out. Have you been brewing before? Have you been brewing before? Is he a trainer? Is he a trainer? These are delicious hamburgers. These are delicious hamburgers. Most probably. Most probably. She looks after her child while her husband is at work. She looks after her child while her husband is at work. Students write in their notebooks. Students write in their notebooks. Our stepfather is a stockbroker. Our stepfather is a stockbroker. They have to walk to school every morning. They have to walk to school every morning. We will not make a decision without discussing it. We will not make a decision without discussing it. We went to the cinema to watch a new movie. We went to the cinema to watch a new movie. I'm wearing a blue shirt. I'm wearing a blue shirt. Please stay here with me. Please stay here with me. We don't waste the dawn. We don't waste the dawn. His uncle was a teacher. His uncle was a teacher. Isn't it experience? Isn't it experience? I will use my brain. I will use my brain. We love hiking in the national park. We love hiking in the national park. The restaurant was too crowded to find a table. The restaurant was too crowded to find a table. English is the most spoken language in the world. English is the most spoken language in the world. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Was his half-brother a model? Was his half-brother a model? They should wear safety glasses in the lab. They should wear safety glasses in the lab. I had been working on my novel for months when I finally finished the first draft. I had been working on my novel for months when I finally finished the first draft. We continue to check. We continue to check. The girl in the red dress caught everyone's attention. The girl in the red dress caught everyone's attention. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? We can watch a movie tonight. We can watch a movie tonight. My students are about 13 years old. My students are about 13 years old. Because my department is English. Because my department is English. He reads a book before going to bed. He reads a book before going to bed. Was my grandson the financier? Was my grandson the financier? The cat was chasing mice in the house. The cat was chasing mice in the house. Shouldn't he care? Shouldn't he care? Leave here. Leave here. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. We don't get caught weekly. We don't get caught weekly. How often does he go to the library? How often does he go to the library? We weren't journalists then. We weren't journalists then. Can you tell me where the dairy section is? Can you tell me where the dairy section is? His son was a psychologist. His son was a psychologist. We do not experience. We do not experience. Can I help you find a comfortable seat? Can I help you find a comfortable seat? I'm sorry I couldn't help you. I'm sorry I couldn't help you. I've never seen you eat a hamburger. I've never seen you eat a hamburger. They told me, we have decided to move to another city. They told me, we have decided to move to another city. He wishes he could find his soulmate. He wishes he could find his soulmate. Was my mother-in-law a caregiver? Was my mother-in-law a caregiver? Extra fit and fair man feeds fat cows. Extra fit and fair man feeds fat cows. What kind of toys? What kind of toys? We will stay home tonight. We will stay home tonight. This ticket is part of my job. This ticket is part of my job. Don't they often? Don't they often? We were having a barbecue in the backyard. We were having a barbecue in the backyard. He set up a YouTube channel to share his DIY projects. He set up a YouTube channel to share his DIY projects. I found a rare coin in my collection. I found a rare coin in my collection. Did he jump? Did he jump? Editor at dusk. Editor at dusk. We are unable to book hotels until we confirm our travel dates. We are unable to book hotels until we confirm our travel dates. It cannot advertise at dawn. It cannot advertise at dawn. We usually have a cup of tea in the evening. We usually have a cup of tea in the evening. How much is a kilo of apples? How much is a kilo of apples? Is your mother a messenger? Is your mother a messenger? Don't you put it after 3 hours? Don't you put it after 3 hours? You must be quiet in the library. You must be quiet in the library. She volunteered at a hospital to help sick children. She volunteered at a hospital to help sick children. Tomorrow we will be playing football in the park. Tomorrow we will be playing football in the park. The computer crashes unexpectedly. The computer crashes unexpectedly. Your grandmother is a washerwoman. Your grandmother is a washerwoman. What kind of shape? What kind of shape? Would you suggest I try something special? Would you suggest I try something special? The newspaper published an article on the importance of volunteering. The newspaper published an article on the importance of volunteering. They can swim in the depths of the pool. They can swim in the depths of the pool. Can you inform us? Can you inform us? Can we race after 2 nights? Can we race after 2 nights? Can you repeat it, please? Can you repeat it, please? Is there any candy in the cupboard? Is there any candy in the cupboard? I have never eaten this. I have never eaten this. His nephew is an auditor. His nephew is an auditor. It connects after 2 seconds. It connects after 2 seconds. Should not agree. Should not agree. I will be waiting for you at the airport. I will be waiting for you at the airport. Party fun. Party fun. I want to show them. I want to show them. What did you do this for? What did you do this for? They better not miss the train. They better not miss the train. Translator at sunrise? Translator at sunrise? Your wife is a geologist. Your wife is a geologist. We were just sitting and getting ready to eat. We were just sitting and getting ready to eat. I need to buy new clothes for the summer. I need to buy new clothes for the summer. This is his book. This is his book. I can't make it after one night. I can't make it after one night. I feel like I've lost my balance. I feel like I've lost my balance. Would he be injured? Would he be injured? They are working on the project together. They are working on the project together. I didn't. After one night you can't make a masseuse. After one night you can't make a masseuse. It was taken from me. It was taken from me. They won't come after midnight. They won't come after midnight. Sometimes I was a firefighter. Sometimes I was a firefighter. We visit our relatives during the holidays. We visit our relatives during the holidays. If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. The teacher should have graded the papers by now. The teacher should have graded the papers by now. I will see a man who is your friend. I will see a man who is your friend. Jerry found it. Jerry found it. You should buy these tickets. You should buy these tickets. Why do you work? Why do you work? Do you know what I said? Do you know what I said? If you don't understand something, ask for help. If you don't understand something, ask for help. He saved money to buy a new car. He saved money to buy a new car. Will I destroy it next year? Will I destroy it next year? Shouldn't I be fishing at all? Shouldn't I be fishing at all? He is too young. He is too young. Have you heard of this new restaurant? We have to try. Have you heard of this new restaurant? We have to try. Later. Later. I have to limit. I have to limit. He had already seen the movie when I suggested it to him. He had already seen the movie when I suggested it to him. What do you think of my company? What do you think of my company? Is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything I can help you with? I was waiting for the bus at this stop. I was waiting for the bus at this stop. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. You are actually the same person as where you requested the meeting. They had a delicious dinner in the restaurant. They had a delicious dinner in the restaurant. Mother-in-laws are funny. Mother-in-laws are funny. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you understand. We can remember. We can remember. Can you quote from 2 months ago? Can you quote from 2 months ago? Depends on the size of the problem. Depends on the size of the problem. The professor will have finished the assignment by the time he receives it. The professor will have finished the assignment by the time he receives it. You can become a sociologist right away. You can become a sociologist right away. Michael Jordan is a legendary basketball player. Michael Jordan is a legendary basketball player. A shoe shine boy had his shoes polished. A shoe shine boy had his shoes polished. Will I be a doctor at night? Will I be a doctor at night? His grandson was a diver. His grandson was a diver. They slept late on Saturday. They slept late on Saturday. I wish I could be as confident as him. I wish I could be as confident as him. You didn't threaten. You didn't threaten. He plays the guitar every day. He plays the guitar every day. Do you travel a lot? Do you travel a lot? Can you talk about 1 month later? Can you talk about 1 month later? This shirt is cheaper than the other. This shirt is cheaper than the other. We bought a pair of shoes from the store. We bought a pair of shoes from the store. I will also attend the meeting. I will also attend the meeting. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. If you drop the glass, it will break. If you drop the glass, it will break. I went to the market and after that I went to the park. I went to the market and after that I went to the park. They can read books in different languages. They can read books in different languages. The bells at the door jingled announcing the arrival of the delivery man. The bells at the door jingled announcing the arrival of the delivery man. Teresa has fewer grapes than Isabel. Teresa has fewer grapes than Isabel. Are you a cop soon? Are you a cop soon? The car was parked in the garage. The car was parked in the garage. I cheated on my math test. I cheated on my math test. We are not mayor now. We are not mayor now. They practice the dance routine. They practice the dance routine. What assets will be part of the shadow release? What assets will be part of the shadow release? After 2 months cannot reduce. After 2 months cannot reduce. These are my favorite paintings. These are my favorite paintings. She enjoys cooking Italian food. She enjoys cooking Italian food. I'm taking a shower right now. I'm taking a shower right now. Otherwise. Otherwise. The teacher was teaching the students the lesson. The teacher was teaching the students the lesson. He was saving money for the holidays. But then his car broke down and he had to use the money for repairs. He was saving money for the holidays. But then his car broke down and he had to use the money for repairs. He had worked for that company for 5 years before he left. He had worked for that company for 5 years before he left. I use the internet every day. I use the internet every day. We couldn't get back 5 hours ago. We couldn't get back 5 hours ago. I may not have accepted before. I may not have accepted before. Does it get better in the afternoon? Does it get better in the afternoon? I have so much happiness. I have so much happiness. Your mother was binding. Your mother was binding. But we must be wary of the dangers. But we must be wary of the dangers. Can you recommend a good coffee brand? Can you recommend a good coffee brand? Can it change? Can it change? We went sailing on the lake. We went sailing on the lake. He cooked dinner for himself. He cooked dinner for himself. You didn't answer at 5 o'clock the previous evening. You didn't answer at 5 o'clock the previous evening. We are not economists after 2 weekends. We are not economists after 2 weekends. If you don't know the answers to these questions, if you don't know the answers to these questions, there will be new flights to the airport. There will be new flights to the airport. You shouldn't be playing ball inside the house. You shouldn't be playing ball inside the house. This book is interesting. This book is interesting. School ends 3:15. School ends 3:15. This is my book. This is my book. To hit. To hit. I'm not focusing. I'm not focusing. The document was printed this morning. The document was printed this morning. He was able to accept the job offer. He was able to accept the job offer. He didn't come home. He didn't come home. They can normally be a cop. They can normally be a cop. British cuisine. British cuisine. Sometimes a urologist. Sometimes a urologist. We will work on the project all day. We will work on the project all day. Can't sit after 4 years? Can't sit after 4 years? Does not add. Does not add. Do you know any good songs by this artist? Do you know any good songs by this artist? The country is known for its beautiful beaches. The country is known for its beautiful beaches. They can speak 3 languages fluently. They can speak 3 languages fluently. I'm looking for a specific brand of cereal. Are you carrying? I'm looking for a specific brand of cereal. Are you carrying? Can we host now? Can we host now? Didn't we push weekly? Didn't we push weekly? Let me know if you want to try something new. Let me know if you want to try something new. We are hiking in the mountains. We are hiking in the mountains. Later I learned that the law was on my side. Later I learned that the law was on my side. We'll join another. We'll join another. She hopes to become a successful writer one day. She hopes to become a successful writer one day. Do you read book? Do you read book? Never seen a live performance. Never seen a live performance. Do you need a license to drive a car? Do you need a license to drive a car? Can you pass me the salt, please? Asked. Can you pass me the salt, please? Asked. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. Let's go over the rules before we get started. Let's go over the rules before we get started. By the end of the week I will have worked 10 hours. By the end of the week I will have worked 10 hours. He poured himself a glass of wine. He poured himself a glass of wine. You shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge. I was looking at the dot on the wall. I was looking at the dot on the wall. We have already booked our hotel for the trip. We have already booked our hotel for the trip. Walking around. Walking around. Can you insist? Can you insist? They go to the amusement park on holidays. They go to the amusement park on holidays. Can you recommend a good coffee brand? Can you recommend a good coffee brand? I've never seen this phone before. I've never seen this phone before. His stepmother was a shop assistant. His stepmother was a shop assistant. They cannot increase after one day. They cannot increase after one day. For if there is no chance of a storm, I will go out. For if there is no chance of a storm, I will go out. Do we record these sessions normally? Do we record these sessions normally? What kind of apple are you looking for? What kind of apple are you looking for? If it was a holiday, we would go on a trip. If it was a holiday, we would go on a trip. Can't it rise? Can't it rise? Can it settle in? Can it settle in? Won't we care? Won't we care? He has 2 dogs. The little one is friendly but the big one is shy. He has 2 dogs. The little one is friendly but the big one is shy. After 5 nights, we may not be the housekeeper. After 5 nights, we may not be the housekeeper. If the weather was sunny, we would go to the beach. If the weather was sunny, we would go to the beach. They dance at the party. They dance at the party. Our neighbor was an assistant lawyer. Our neighbor was an assistant lawyer. I started a blog to share my recipes. I started a blog to share my recipes. Can it add normally? Can it add normally? Relevant regional. Relevant regional. I'm here because I'm hungry and tired. I'm here because I'm hungry and tired. My sons are good boys. My sons are good boys. I should mention 10 years. I should mention 10 years. You look great as always. You look great as always. I will have completed my diploma by the end of the year. I will have completed my diploma by the end of the year. They specify. They specify. Is he rarely a teacher? Is he rarely a teacher? He studied English. He studied English. We continue with all tickets. We continue with all tickets. Won't you promise? Won't you promise? The Great Wall of China is the tallest man-made structure. The Great Wall of China is the tallest man-made structure. Tony, we'll be at your house in 5 days. Tony, we'll be at your house in 5 days. There is no pen on the table. There is no pen on the table. Can't I get cold in a month? Can't I get cold in a month? You can't shout. You can't shout. He has a meeting at 2 in the afternoon. He has a meeting at 2 in the afternoon. You must take your medicine every day. You must take your medicine every day. Shouldn't you be paired after a day? Shouldn't you be paired after a day? Is her friend a weightlifter? Is her friend a weightlifter? Snowflakes are falling slowly from the sky. Snowflakes are falling slowly from the sky. Her voice is exciting. Her voice is exciting. I go swimming twice a week. I go swimming twice a week. Programmed. Programmed. I have too much self-confidence. I have too much self-confidence. The report was found to be inconclusive and further investigation was required. The report was found to be inconclusive and further investigation was required. You listen to music on the way to work. You listen to music on the way to work. He believes in the power of love. He believes in the power of love. Was her brother-in-law the janitor? Was her brother-in-law the janitor? I'm not sure I can do this, but I'll try. I'm not sure I can do this, but I'll try. A green apple is more sour than a yellow one. A green apple is more sour than a yellow one. Please make an appointment with our sales team. Please make an appointment with our sales team. I wish they knew about the party. I wish they knew about the party. Please call us again. Please call us again. The book is very difficult for me to understand. The book is very difficult for me to understand. Couldn't he have been a lifeguard a week ago? Couldn't he have been a lifeguard a week ago? They would not meet at sunrise. They would not meet at sunrise. Whose medal is this? Whose medal is this? They are playing cards. They are playing cards. The rain, which had been pouring heavily for hours, finally stopped. The rain, which had been pouring heavily for hours, finally stopped. Does it attack after 3 seconds? Does it attack after 3 seconds? I can't afford a new car. I can't afford a new car. Will he comment on last year? Will he comment on last year? Is his wife a worker? Is his wife a worker? We submitted our offer before the deadline. We submitted our offer before the deadline. It should be tied next year. It should be tied next year. They can't always be accepted. They can't always be accepted. I was saved. I was saved. Sensitive. Sensitive. They have not been fed before at 2 a.m. They have not been fed before at 2 a.m. They did not replace it occasionally. They did not replace it occasionally. Could you please help me with this heavy box? Could you please help me with this heavy box? Is Wi-Fi paid? Is Wi-Fi paid? We would never defend. We would never defend. We didn't finish any tickets. We didn't finish any tickets. I normally juggle. I normally juggle. Do you sell freshly baked goods? Do you sell freshly baked goods? Should you give at sunrise? Should you give at sunrise? I found an article explaining how to start your own business. I found an article explaining how to start your own business. Was your uncle a decorator? Was your uncle a decorator? Do you have any food allergies or intolerances? Do you have any food allergies or intolerances? They went to Italy last summer. They went to Italy last summer. We recognize the problem. We recognize the problem. Rarely did he collect? Rarely did he collect? There was no printing. There was no printing. He is a famous economist who has written many influential articles. He is a famous economist who has written many influential articles. Were your grandparents physiologists? Were your grandparents physiologists? I met a famous actor at the event. I met a famous actor at the event. How about swimming in the pool? How about swimming in the pool? Are your cousins psychiatrists? Are your cousins psychiatrists? Generally. Generally. It takes 10 years to eat. It takes 10 years to eat. He is very skilled at playing the piano. He is very skilled at playing the piano. They travel to different countries every year. They travel to different countries every year. I could swim when I was 5 years old. I could swim when I was 5 years old. They should complete after 3 minutes. They should complete after 3 minutes. We can evaluate at dawn. We can evaluate at dawn. Is there a lost property section? Is there a lost property section? We could score. We could score. Why am I not helping you? Why am I not helping you? Will you trust before? Will you trust before? Aren't you usually a dermatologist? Aren't you usually a dermatologist? It's a privilege to meet you. It's a privilege to meet you. They want to visit Paris next summer. They want to visit Paris next summer. Thank you for feedback. Thank you for feedback. Should not question. Should not question. When will you come to Turkey? When will you come to Turkey? Be good. Be good. His relatives are lieutenants? His relatives are lieutenants? You can file a lawsuit 4 months in advance. You can file a lawsuit 4 months in advance. The restaurant offers delicious food. The restaurant offers delicious food. This is your sense of humor. This is your sense of humor. His stepdaughter is a veterinarian. His stepdaughter is a veterinarian. Chronological. Chronological. I know. I know. I wish he had attended the wedding ceremony. I wish he had attended the wedding ceremony. I'm glad you feel better. I'm glad you feel better. His mother was a ballerina. His mother was a ballerina. His voice is higher than hers. His voice is higher than hers. Do we need to do anything for my web address? Do we need to do anything for my web address? If you heat the ice, it melts. If you heat the ice, it melts. If yes, did you encounter any problems with it? If yes, did you encounter any problems with it? When the paint was finished, we were painting the walls. When the paint was finished, we were painting the walls. He is very kind and always helps others. He is very kind and always helps others. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? Workers were building a new house in the neighborhood. Workers were building a new house in the neighborhood. I don't want to lose my search for love. I don't want to lose my search for love. He can't wonder after 5 in the morning. He can't wonder after 5 in the morning. Minute. Minute. How beautiful. How beautiful. I was not a mechanic for 3 weekends before. I was not a mechanic for 3 weekends before. I visited my grandmother. I visited my grandmother. He is my best friend. He is my best friend. Will he not create? Will he not create? I am likely to like honest and sincere people. I am likely to like honest and sincere people. We can often protect. We can often protect. The bus ride was very smooth. The bus ride was very smooth. They have a guide. They have a guide. They were discussing travel plans for the summer. They were discussing travel plans for the summer. Was your uncle an artist? Was your uncle an artist? Won't you be a stewardess for 10 years? Won't you be a stewardess for 10 years? I wish I didn't have to wake up early. I wish I didn't have to wake up early. Can they answer now? Can they answer now? Rabbits are quiet animals. Rabbits are quiet animals. Where is your favorite vacation spot? Where is your favorite vacation spot? They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. Didn't you diversify? Didn't you diversify? Can't invade. Can't invade. I will tell John. I will tell John. We wouldn't be writing columns at noon. We wouldn't be writing columns at noon. To worry. To worry. She couldn't cry every month. She couldn't cry every month. They had been waiting for over an hour when the train finally arrived. They had been waiting for over an hour when the train finally arrived. I don't want to lose my machine for my love. I don't want to lose my machine for my love. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. We have to design it after 5 days. We have to design it after 5 days. He joined a running club to prepare for a marathon. He joined a running club to prepare for a marathon. Did he give any indication of where he was going? Did he give any indication of where he was going? Would you like to order pizza? Would you like to order pizza? Get lost. Get lost. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? When are you going? When are you going? Do you have work to do? Do you have work to do? They will play football in the park. They will play football in the park. Shall we go try on some sleeping bags? Shall we go try on some sleeping bags? You will receive an email with more information. You will receive an email with more information. This is a fast car. This is a fast car. He used to play football when he was younger. He used to play football when he was younger. Have you read this book? I strongly recommend. Have you read this book? I strongly recommend. I must excuse the paints. I must excuse the paints. He had lost his wallet, so he couldn't pay for his dinner. He had lost his wallet, so he couldn't pay for his dinner. He doesn't play the guitar, does he? He doesn't play the guitar, does he? Another. I'm going to high school. I'm going to high school. You may not guess after 3 days. You may not guess after 3 days. Last winter we went to the mountains. Last winter we went to the mountains. He has enough money to buy a new phone. He has enough money to buy a new phone. He has to referee after 2 days. He has to referee after 2 days. Summer is hotter than winter. Summer is hotter than winter. He is watering the plants in the garden. He is watering the plants in the garden. Shouldn't they be hired? Shouldn't they be hired? I wish I had gone to bed earlier last night. I wish I had gone to bed earlier last night. Can't they survive? Can't they survive? Let me wait. Let me wait. Which restaurant has the best pizza? Which restaurant has the best pizza? She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. Which festivals are you planning to attend this summer? Which festivals are you planning to attend this summer? Do you want me to check your answer? Do you want me to check your answer? We have never visited that museum. We have never visited that museum. She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. She is a stay-at-home mom and works from home. I wish I had learned a second language at school. I wish I had learned a second language at school. Do you have any? Do you have any? Are your grandchildren barbers? Are your grandchildren barbers? Low-fat yogurt. Low-fat yogurt. Let me check. Let me check. They had a gardener mow and fertilize their lawn. They had a gardener mow and fertilize their lawn. I have a lot. I have a lot. The Tommy family, one of Argentina's wealthiest families. The Tommy family, one of Argentina's wealthiest families. They are exploring a cave. They are exploring a cave. My lamp is broken. My lamp is broken. Your stepfather is the judge. Your stepfather is the judge. You should not carry it after a month. You should not carry it after a month. Can't they teach now? Can't they teach now? Her uncle is a fashion designer. Her uncle is a fashion designer. I watch the sunset every evening. I watch the sunset every evening. I'm going to cover my car with a new layer of polish. I'm going to cover my car with a new layer of polish. The magazine published an article about the latest technology trends. The magazine published an article about the latest technology trends. He cleaned the house and then took a shower. He cleaned the house and then took a shower. Would we have a kick in the twilight? Would we have a kick in the twilight? Was our nephew a gardener? Was our nephew a gardener? I'm going on a European trip next year. I'm going on a European trip next year. Who are you? Who are you? Not a judge next year. Not a judge next year. Didn't we collect last year? Didn't we collect last year? Doesn't look like he's having fun. Doesn't look like he's having fun. Can't replace it after 2 years? Can't replace it after 2 years? To say, I can learn by myself. I can learn by myself. Who do you live with? Who do you live with? It is the official language of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. It is the official language of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. There were children in the opposite building. There were children in the opposite building. I express my extra vigorous and fair view of the farm. I express my extra vigorous and fair view of the farm. Will you close after a weekend? Will you close after a weekend? They don't have it right away. They don't have it right away. Overlap. Overlap. Why are you going to school? Why are you going to school? We will not continue. We will not continue. He shaves every day. He shaves every day. Waste. Waste. We will have a meeting in the afternoon. We will have a meeting in the afternoon. We must not deny it. We must not deny it. Thinking weekly? Thinking weekly? Immediately imagines. Immediately imagines. Annuals should not be requested. Annuals should not be requested. I don't want to lose my low prices to look good. I don't want to lose my low prices to look good. They were listening to the radio and getting up. They were listening to the radio and getting up. Fellow financier. Fellow financier. Students take notes during the lesson. Students take notes during the lesson. I am available. I am available. He was drawing a picture when his friend called. He was drawing a picture when his friend called. Is there a senior citizen discount? Is there a senior citizen discount? Conclusion. Conclusion. The article discusses the impact of technology on society. The article discusses the impact of technology on society. He needs to buy food on the way home. He needs to buy food on the way home. Have you ridden a rabbit? Have you ridden a rabbit? You will never see me again. You will never see me again. He played chess with his grandfather. He played chess with his grandfather. Wouldn't I be a homeowner every day? Wouldn't I be a homeowner every day? When do you have lunch? When do you have lunch? How was the weekend? How was the weekend? The city is busy. The city is busy. They lived happily ever after. They lived happily ever after. At the end of the day, we were able to reach a consensus. At the end of the day, we were able to reach a consensus. A century later, he would collect donations. A century later, he would collect donations. Sorry to interrupt your vacation. Sorry to interrupt your vacation. He often goes jogging in the park. He often goes jogging in the park. Something very new in this industry. Something very new in this industry. You didn't tell us anything. You didn't tell us anything. Can't be a doctor often? Can't be a doctor often? Do you want to play computer games? Do you want to play computer games? I worked for a long time after school. I worked for a long time after school. Let's eat. Let's eat. Were your relatives geologists? Were your relatives geologists? We'll cry at sunset. We'll cry at sunset. I don't think the internet is necessarily the best source of information. I don't think the internet is necessarily the best source of information. You have to die. You have to die. We had sushi for lunch. We had sushi for lunch. The plan was discussed at the meeting. The plan was discussed at the meeting. Don't we mean the sunset? Don't we mean the sunset? His spirit is good. His spirit is good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm 8. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm 8. I'm going to join an English-speaking group. I'm going to join an English-speaking group. Is our spouse a locksmith? Is our spouse a locksmith? Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable? Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable? They usually walk to work. They usually walk to work. Who has a backpack in the classroom? Who has a backpack in the classroom? I will help my friend move into a new flat. I will help my friend move into a new flat. They want to start their own business. They want to start their own business. The message was written on a piece of paper. The message was written on a piece of paper. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. We have to go to my office. We have to go to my office. I may not run after 3 p.m. I may not run after 3 p.m. I'm getting better and better at playing the guitar. I'm getting better and better at playing the guitar. Grandson's nanny. Grandson's nanny. Should I do? Should I do? Leaves fall from the trees in autumn. Leaves fall from the trees in autumn. I'm meeting with my study group tomorrow. I'm meeting with my study group tomorrow. They have been studying abroad for a semester. They have been studying abroad for a semester. Are their mother-in-laws fashion designers? Are their mother-in-laws fashion designers? The baby giggles. The baby giggles. Failed every year. Failed every year. He didn't thank you. He didn't thank you. So hot. So hot. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. My brother is at home. My brother is at home. I love the warm weather we have. I love the warm weather we have. Do you sell fresh milk? Do you sell fresh milk? Kicks every day. Kicks every day. His drawing is more detailed than mine. His drawing is more detailed than mine. Can I sell frequently? Can I sell frequently? Can you always see? Can you always see? We went for pizza after the game. We went for pizza after the game. We see our friends on the way to the party. We see our friends on the way to the party. Today is the year of death of the founder of our country. Today is the year of death of the founder of our country. Let me know if you want to watch a movie. Let me know if you want to watch a movie. They have been traveling around Europe for a month. They have been traveling around Europe for a month. He had his house cleaned by a professional cleaner. He had his house cleaned by a professional cleaner. How many apples did you eat on the way to school? How many apples did you eat on the way to school? He's too young to drive. He's too young to drive. She cooked a delicious dinner for her friends. She cooked a delicious dinner for her friends. Couldn't he be an analyst later at 4 p.m.? Couldn't he be an analyst later at 4 p.m.? He likes to eat pizza with extra cheese and pepperoni. He likes to eat pizza with extra cheese and pepperoni. My teacher told me, you did well in the exam. My teacher told me, you did well in the exam. I will be in bed at 10 p.m. I will be in bed at 10 p.m. He is as fat as you. He is as fat as you. I haven't tried sushi before. I haven't tried sushi before. He teaches. He teaches. He was born in May. He was born in May. Sometimes you are a contractor. Sometimes you are a contractor. Do you like spicy food? Do you like spicy food? Are we going to be a urologist once a week? Are we going to be a urologist once a week? The article explores the effects of social media on young people. The article explores the effects of social media on young people. Did he often write lyrics? Did he often write lyrics? He would say, we are promoting next year. We are promoting next year. They could sell. They could sell. We met at night. We met at night. Please, just let me explain. Please, just let me explain. Didn't they survive? Didn't they survive? And we tried everything and nothing worked. And we tried everything and nothing worked. This movie is better than the previous one. This movie is better than the previous one. The teacher explained the lesson well. The teacher explained the lesson well. His personality is reflected in his writings. His personality is reflected in his writings. The cat purrs when you stroke it. The cat purrs when you stroke it. It sat 4 weeks ago. It sat 4 weeks ago. We like to play football, they said. We like to play football, they said. How much time do you spend on the internet? How much time do you spend on the internet? Our stepson is a swimmer. Our stepson is a swimmer. Were they dating for a long time before they decided to break up? Were they dating for a long time before they decided to break up? He had already prepared dinner when I got home. He had already prepared dinner when I got home. Stickman annual. Stickman annual. His wife was an optician. His wife was an optician. The cat was chasing a butterfly in the garden. The cat was chasing a butterfly in the garden. Shouldn't they be encouraged? Shouldn't they be encouraged? And I didn't kick this rock. And I didn't kick this rock. Shouldn't we be hydrologists last year? Shouldn't we be hydrologists last year? I woke up early this morning. I woke up early this morning. Your stepfather was an architect. Your stepfather was an architect. He was watching a movie while eating popcorn. He was watching a movie while eating popcorn. Have you ever been to Atlanta? Have you ever been to Atlanta? We won't leave until we find the lost item. We won't leave until we find the lost item. I have no other opinion. I have no other opinion. What's in your hand? What's in your hand? What will you do tomorrow? What will you do tomorrow? They organized a charity event for a good cause. They organized a charity event for a good cause. Do I know you? Do I know you? He creates. He creates. We're getting a new car next month. We're getting a new car next month. He is a talented artist and creates amazing sculptures. He is a talented artist and creates amazing sculptures. Which restaurant did you eat at last night? Which restaurant did you eat at last night? I'm so angry I could scream. I'm so angry I could scream. How long have you been in the country? How long have you been in the country? I'm going on vacation to Greece next month. I'm going on vacation to Greece next month. Didn't it fit the diary? Didn't it fit the diary? The animals in the zoo are well taken care of. The animals in the zoo are well taken care of. I will see your friends. I will see your friends. Precision. Precision. I can go home. I can go home. Can be eaten at sunrise. Can be eaten at sunrise. We should do real estate at dusk. We should do real estate at dusk. How did you sleep? How did you sleep? We love spending time together. We love spending time together. Is his half-brother an optician? Is his half-brother an optician? Can it move monthly? Can it move monthly? Will they drop next year? Will they drop next year? We have to buy food weekly. We have to buy food weekly. Doesn't she remember? Doesn't she remember? They should have listened to the warnings. They should have listened to the warnings. Was our grandmother the owner? Was our grandmother the owner? Will it grow at noon? Will it grow at noon? I will bond with my friends while having a drink. I will bond with my friends while having a drink. Have you ever been abroad? Have you ever been abroad? I won't say anything to anyone. I won't say anything to anyone. We used to have a garden, but we moved to an apartment. We used to have a garden, but we moved to an apartment. I won't find out in 4 months. I won't find out in 4 months. Will it not work? Will it not work? He's going to the movies tonight. He's going to the movies tonight. They want to go on a journey. They want to go on a journey. The children were playing hide and seek. The children were playing hide and seek. The edge of the cliff was a dangerous place to stand. The edge of the cliff was a dangerous place to stand. 3 in the afternoon? 3 in the afternoon? They have a rest after 1 week. They have a rest after 1 week. Could you pass me the salt, please? Could you pass me the salt, please? I'm so bored and don't know what to do. I'm so bored and don't know what to do. They are planting flowers in the garden. They are planting flowers in the garden. What food do you usually eat? What food do you usually eat? Normally a lumberjack. Normally a lumberjack. His house is further away than ours. His house is further away than ours. They wouldn't last. They wouldn't last. I go swimming twice a week. I go swimming twice a week. I need an interpreter. I need an interpreter. I will never forget the happy moments we shared together in our relationship. I will never forget the happy moments we shared together in our relationship. As soon as we put on our swimsuits, we can go swimming. As soon as we put on our swimsuits, we can go swimming. His stepfather is a translator. His stepfather is a translator. Did you ask all of us? Did you ask all of us? He needs to apologize for his rude comment. He needs to apologize for his rude comment. I've already eaten lunch. I've already eaten lunch. I wish we hadn't missed the train. I wish we hadn't missed the train. I have a lot. I have a lot. Could not extend. Could not extend. Autumn leaves are crunching under your feet. Autumn leaves are crunching under your feet. I wish we had seen the movie in theaters. I wish we had seen the movie in theaters. He plays the guitar every day. He plays the guitar every day. You should see it at dawn. You should see it at dawn. The dancers will perform at the ballet next month. The dancers will perform at the ballet next month. Were they jockeys next year? Were they jockeys next year? They will be able to help you with your homework. They will be able to help you with your homework. He makes me laugh and is always by my side. He makes me laugh and is always by my side. We had already arranged our flight before we found out about the hurricane. We had already arranged our flight before we found out about the hurricane. Are you a cop soon? Are you a cop soon? He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Can't object after 5 years? Can't object after 5 years? I am good. I am good. You tricked me. You tricked me. I have to find a bus to the mall. I have to find a bus to the mall. Do you mind if I use your toilet? Do you mind if I use your toilet? Not close. Not close. Anxious. Anxious. Below the surface, the water was much colder than we expected. Below the surface, the water was much colder than we expected. They will not cry. They will not cry. I come to school before 8 a.m. I come to school before 8 a.m. May I suggest a different approach? May I suggest a different approach? Can you help me carry these boxes? Can you help me carry these boxes? Didn't he finish one night ago? Didn't he finish one night ago? I can't touch my nose with my elbow. I can't touch my nose with my elbow. May I have your permission to leave early? May I have your permission to leave early? How did you hit the ball? How did you hit the ball? Was her sister a farmer? Was her sister a farmer? He always finishes his work on time. He always finishes his work on time. Could not extend. Could not extend. Please contact me or the team if you have any questions. Please contact me or the team if you have any questions. I had never been to a live concert before. I had never been to a live concert before. The company had been growing rapidly for years before encountering financial difficulties. The company had been growing rapidly for years before encountering financial difficulties. She wants to be a famous singer. She wants to be a famous singer. These are noisy birds. These are noisy birds. Insufficient funds prevented us from investing further. Insufficient funds prevented us from investing further. One day later, not botanist. One day later, not botanist. Can I wear it after 2 weeks? Can I wear it after 2 weeks? They would not connect. They would not connect. The dishes prepared by the chef were very appreciated. The dishes prepared by the chef were very appreciated. He told us, I've finished my homework. He told us, I've finished my homework. They came to class. They came to class. We should not paint. We should not paint. Annoying. Annoying. They will not be monthly interviewers. They will not be monthly interviewers. Should not invent every month. Should not invent every month. Client side. Client side. To them. To them. Can I improve a minute earlier? Can I improve a minute earlier? I could hear the sound of thunder in the distance. I could hear the sound of thunder in the distance. Mary will be aware of this situation. Mary will be aware of this situation. He wants to be a successful entrepreneur. He wants to be a successful entrepreneur. His grandfather is the dean. His grandfather is the dean. Can he do groceries later? Can he do groceries later? They report at dawn. They report at dawn. If I had a second chance, I would have made different choices. If I had a second chance, I would have made different choices. I write poetry. I write poetry. He has enough money to buy a new car. He has enough money to buy a new car. Are we visible every year? Are we visible every year? If you eat too much junk food, you can gain weight. If you eat too much junk food, you can gain weight. Be aware. Be aware. I'm going to a cooking class next week. I'm going to a cooking class next week. When I have money, I will buy a car. When I have money, I will buy a car. He ate too much pizza and felt full. He ate too much pizza and felt full. He wrote a letter to his friend. He wrote a letter to his friend. Can he speak French? Can he speak French? Can she be a waitress now? Can she be a waitress now? Can you give more information about the product? Can you give more information about the product?